What's going on, everybody? JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Go, and it is officially 12 o'clock, which means the Rocket event has begun, and that means we can eventually get to Giovanni and fight the new Shadow Legendary. But before we can do that, we have to complete page 1 of 6, which we've already done 2 of. One was to catch a Shadow Pokemon, and the other one was to do a raid. Marco, thank you very much for the raid. Now we just have to defeat 2 more Team Go Rocket Grunts, and luckily, it is a Rocket event, and they are literally everywhere. So before this one despawns, let's speed this one up real quick. And just like that, page 1 of 6 is done. Let's get the hypers, let's get the revives, and of course an encounter with the one and only something. Okay, that was weird. Let's do it again. Breloom! Huh, weird. Did not expect that out of everything. And for the final rewards, we're gonna get some rare candies, some Pokeballs, and of course, we're gonna get some XP. That's neat. Now we're gonna skip the dialogue. I'm sure it's fascinating, but I suck at reading in front of you guys. Now, page 2 of 6. Catch 5 Shadow Pokemon, make 3 nice curveball throws in a row, and defeat 5 Team Go Rocket Grunts. Very easy, very simple. Let's do it. Got 3 5-kilometer eggs. You know I want that shiny Tyrogue, so let's see what happens. Number 1 is a Skarmory. Has a high shiny rate, but sadly that wasn't it. Number 2 is a lovely little Mantike. Sadly not what we're looking for. And 3 is kind of what we're looking for, but still not shiny. I really hope we get it eventually. This is awesome. Check it out. This rocket right here is a buff physique rocket, and I already know that it's Machop. This is a time to grind this out. Shadow Machamp is the #1 fighting type in this game, period, at this very moment. Until Shadow Conkeldurr, and then if we ever get Shadow Lucario, that will be #1, but definitely grind this one out as much as you can, because from what I remember hearing, it's just this. I don't know if there's anything else. Actually, no, wait. I think I'm actually kind of wrong there. I think there's something else it can be, but it has a high chance of being Machop, so good luck to you guys. I really hope you get some good ones, because again, #1 fighting type in the game. It's totally worth getting a few of them, and also it's 100% worth doing it at this time, because you can TM away frustration, and we don't know when we're going to be able to do that again. Probably not for another 3 months, so TM away frustration and all the good ones. I think for a non-weather boosted hundo, you want like a 286, I want to say, and we're not weather boosted now, so let's see what this one turns into. Maybe we got a good one here, or we got a trash one, more than likely. But 3, 2, 1, you are a 251. That's not good though. And here is our very final rocket. It was an ice rocket, which I've just now learned, sadly, only really has either Snover or Alolan Sandshrew. It's cool to get an Alolan Sandshrew, but I'm sad to say that we don't have Swinub anymore. So apparently I'm a liar. Apparently Swinub is now with the Rockets. So yeah, go for the Ice Rockets. They have Swinubs. It's totally worth it. And now let's claim page 2 of 6. Apparently I clicked on one of the rewards, so whoops, didn't realize I did that. But anyways, Pineapps, we'll get some Nanabs. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that we got Razzes for it. And then we'll get our final rewards, which don't give us an encounter, but Stardust is always nice. Great Balls are great, and some XP, fantastic. Now let's see what the next page has to offer. We must purify 5 shadows, defeat 5 more grunts, and then earn 3 candies while walking with your buddy. We're gonna have to switch to Ramen the Magikarp for this one, because what I'm walking with right now, this Ditto, probably takes a little, yeah, no, it's gonna take a little bit, so let's switch to Ramen. Ramen the Magikarp has done a fantastic job, and we got the last candies we needed, and of course we beat up the grunts, so let's claim a lot of XP, 3,000 in total, pretty cool. And now for the final rewards, 15 Great Balls. We're gonna get a Rocket Radar, and we're going to get ourselves 2,000 XP. And now comes the part where we have to wait. It's currently 1:08 a.m. and I have to defeat the leaders, but I can't quite do that because if you look around me, they don't come out until 6 a.m. So we got a little bit of a wait, though there are balloons, I believe, that are increased every 3 hours now. So at 3 a.m. we will get a leader that no matter what will give me a progression on this task, and then hopefully at 6 we'll get another balloon that gives us a different leader, but more than likely not. But as you can see with the stop density around me, we should be able to find them, so shouldn't be a problem. Now I do want to bring up one thing before I cut to the leaders. Apparently there was a glitch in the Asia Pacific region where if you claimed the final rewards of page 3, you got freaking 15 rocket radars, which is insanity. That is literally 3,000 Pokecoins worth of items right there. So congrats to everybody who got it. Unfortunately, they fixed it by the time that I got it, but that is crazy. Imagine getting 15 rocket radars for free. That's nuts. Anyways, I'll see you at the next leader. All right, guys, it is 3 in the morning. I have just completed an Arlo. To fight Arlo, just use a Charizard. A Mega Charizard Y specifically works really good. With Dragon Claw and Blast Burn, you can pretty much take out everything. It's disgusting. But let's see if our first ever Arlo gives us the golden eggs. Uh-oh, we have AR on. Well, it's dark, but unfortunately that's not shiny. But that's fine. I now have about 3 hours to sleep until the next leader balloon, so I'm gonna take a nap and I'll see you in a little bit.
Many hours later.
All right, guys. I'm awake now-ish. I'm still a little tired. I mean, I haven't slept hardly at all, but I did have my balloon, and my balloon was Sierra, which was cool. We got the Drowsy, but it wasn't Shiny Shadow. But now I found myself a cliff. Shiny Shadow for the Cubone? Nope, that's not gonna be shiny, but that was the last one we needed, so let's catch this Cubone and we can finish up this quest. Now let's claim our rewards for page 4 of 6. We pretty much get 4,500 XP, and we're about to get a Super Rocket Radar. Perfect, 1,000 Stardust, a Super Rocket Radar, and of course our XP. And now all we gotta do is find Giovanni, battle him, and defeat him. Super easy, plus I'm about to have my balloon very, very soon, so if I find him on the way home, of course we're gonna do it, but to be honest with you, I feel like I'm just gonna wait for my balloon. All right, I've made it back home with about a minute to spare before my balloon comes in. But before we actually battle Giovanni, let's talk a little bit about Shadow Latias. It's not the best, unfortunately. See, it's more of a defender Pokemon because it has such a high defense, but when you give it the Shadow bonus, though its attack raises by 20%, its defense is lower by 20%, which is not really great on a more defender Pokemon. Now, in some instances, it could be kind of useful, and if it ever gets Mist Ball, its signature move, maybe it'll be useful. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it could be useful if it does get that move, but other than that, I would say if you can hold off, go ahead. But there are some instances where you can't, like if you still have S7 colored Shadow special research, you're gonna have to finish all of that before you will get access to this silent scheming research. So you're kind of being forced to do it in this case, unless you just don't care. But if you can hold off from battling Giovanni, I would definitely recommend it because there's better Shadow legendaries out there. Again, Shadow Mewtwo, Shadow Raikou, Shadow Moltres. If we ever get Shadow Rayquaza, Shadow freaking Groudon, and Kyogre, there are so many really good ones to do it on. Latias really isn't too worth it. But, I mean, if you want to complete the Shadow Dex as well, you kind of have to do it once anyway. So, in the end of the day, it's completely up to you. But if you can hold on to them, I would suggest you still do it at this moment because it's still just not that great. And here's our balloon, and it should be Giovanni. And let's see what happens. It is. Yep, there it is. Giovanni. Let's beat him up real quick. And this is the team I'm going to be using against Giovanni. I have a Swampert with Hydro Cannon, super spammy. It's really useful. I also have a Lucario with Power Up, Punch, Counter, and Shadow Ball. Very, very useful. The plan is I'm going to switch this out immediately in the beginning so I have a bit of a delay in the damage. Every time you do a charge move or switch a Pokemon against a Rocket, they have like a 3-second delay where they just don't do anything, which is very helpful. So the plan is to try to use Lucario to wipe out everything, or at least put a big dent in his team. And then at the end we have Togekiss because of the Latias. Nothing that Latias would have would do a ton of damage to a Togekiss, so that's the plan at least. Hopefully it works out. I've never really used a Togekiss in this lineup, but I think it'll be fine. Let's do it. Let's go. Hopefully we will beat him in the first run. I feel like we will. Again, the plan is immediately switch into the Lucario, so here we go, and bang, immediately. Now, I think it does have Scratch, unfortunately, which is not the best. Actually, no, it doesn't have Scratch. Oh, perfect. That's fantastic. These Persians with Scratch are terrible. They really do a lot of damage here, so this is great. We're gonna get a good amount of energy stored up, and of course, he's gonna shield the first 2 moves, so I actually feel like we could just do this and build up more energy so we can throw more charged moves. And what's the second Pokemon? The second Pokemon is a Honchkrow. That's not the greatest, but okay, that's fine. We'll make it work. But being a Dark and Flying type means you're going to be neutral to my fighting, which isn't the best. I didn't expect to see this. This is actually a really cool Pokemon to run into, but as you can see, we also built up a lot of energy here, so maybe we could just take out the Honchkrow, no worries, because it has the delay on charge moves and switching, so I don't know, though. Let's see. Let's keep building. All right, one more. Perfect. I don't know if that actually landed, but it might have landed, but doesn't matter. It looks like we're going to take out the Honchkrow. Honchkrow is a pretty squishy Pokemon, especially with the Shadow bonus. And bang. Oh my god, Lucario is just cleaning up right now. And then at the end here, we're going to have a Latias that's about to take a Shadow Ball to the face that's been power-up punched a few times, so let's freaking see what happens here. I don't expect it to wipe it out, but did a good amount of damage there, and we'll just switch into the Togekiss, and this is GG's. That was a very fast and amazing run. I cannot believe that. I think that's one of the fastest times I've ever beaten Giovanni. Well, there we go. We take him out. Awesome. Let's get our rewards and let's get our Latias. Maybe we'll get a good one. In the end of the day, it's more just for the Shadow decks for me, but it would be cool if we got a good one because, you know, getting a good Shadow Legendary is awesome. So, here we go. Bang. There it is. Shadow Latias. Super cool. 773, I don't think that's amazing, but I also have no clue. Also, when it comes down to Shadow Legendaries, it is a guaranteed catch. So we're going to throw a pineapple on this thing, and then we're going to wait for it to attack. Come on, little buddy. Or you can just keep going up and down, huh? There we go. And throw. Bang. Awesome. It is a guaranteed catch, I believe, because you're not supposed to be able to get away from these things. Like, the only way to lose this is by throwing all the balls and missing. So, there we go. We caught it. Maybe. Let's see what happens. But we did get 4 XLs from that. That's awesome. Anywho, you know what? A 3-star? I'm down with that. It's not amazing. It's a 13, 15, 9, but a 3-star nonetheless. I'll definitely hold on to that. This isn't something that I'm going to be able to purify into a hundo or anything, but whatever. You know, all things considered, this could have been a lot worse. And again, you can TM away frustration, so let's just do that real quick. Charge TM, get rid of frustration, yes. And there you go. Now he has Thunder. Just to show you. I mean, obviously you probably already knew this, but just in case you didn't, you can do that during this 5-day event, so definitely take advantage of this. Now in the next video, we're definitely going to be tackling the Team Go Rocket leaders because I really want to get the new shiny Shadows, and we need to get the brand new Pokemons landed, which is in these 12-kilometer eggs, but the downside is, as you can see, is it's in the hardest thing to hatch tier, and if you want to evolve it, you need a female. And a female is a 12% chance of happening, so it's gonna be a rough grind to just get that dex entry alone. Good luck to you guys. I really hope you get it in the first hatch because, I mean, this is not the easiest thing to do. Now, during this event, it's a little easier because there's tons of rockets everywhere. You can get those radars, no problem at all, but yeah. It's gonna be a bit of a grind, but again, good luck to you. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you have, why not check out some more amazing Pokemon Go content right over here. Don't forget to smash the like button for me, show me some love, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you know when I upload, and also comment down below. Are you gonna get Shadow Latias, or are you gonna hold off? Links for Patreon and merch are in the description box below, but with that being said, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.